Good morning, everyone. Grandma D here. Today we are going to make a nutritious, lower calorie omelet because Grandma D has diabetes and I take medication for that. So I work very hard to keep the calorie contents down in my food, and I try to eat well and take care of myself so that I can do story time videos with you kiddos and be here for my own grandchildren and my family. Today is Saturday, and so it's kind of a low-key day, so no makeup, no nothing like that today, so we're a la natural. So today, as I said, we're going to make a low-calorie omelet. And I have prepped everything ahead of time so that we could save some time here with you today. So what I've done, now also this afternoon, I'm going to make a homemade pizza for dinner. So some of this is going to be for that as well. So I've chopped up a whole onion, a whole green pepper. These mushrooms are most of my ingredients here came from Walmart this particular time, but these I believe were from my local Meijer. They are True Goodness organic whole mini Bella mushrooms. Just saying, very good. And I chopped these up like this for my pizza. And I chopped the other ones up small here. Right there. You can see the mushrooms right there. Hang you back up here. So I have some for the pizza for later, which I'm going to set aside. And some for my omelet. Now, and I use a lot of organic spinach, the earthbound organic spinach. You can get spinach like this from Meijer or Walmart or your local grocery store, and it's ready to go. And I buy small containers of it, even though I go through a lot of it, because it helps it to stay fresh. Because once spinach starts to turn, it goes fast. So I buy a smaller package of that. I am not vegetarian. I am not vegan. Nope. I'm down for a good steak and a burger any day. So, but this particular time, I cooked ahead 3 slices of turkey bacon. I use turkey bacon and pork. I do like the turkey bacon. You gotta watch it when you're cooking it. As a sidebar note, you have to pay attention when you're cooking turkey bacon because it can, once it reaches like the 3/4 cooking point, it goes zoom and it goes really fast. But it's good. I add a little oil to the pan because it's very lean, less fat than pork bacon. But you just gotta learn how to cook it. A lot of people say, I don't like it because it gets too hard. Well, they're cooking it too long. So that's the thought behind that. And I am going to add a little bit of cheese. I do monitor my cheese because of my health conditions, but I do like it, so I use a little bit of that. Now, as far as the egg, I have whipped up. I have 1 egg in here, and I buy fresh organic eggs from a friend of mine. No hormones, none of that stuff. His chickens run around and peck in the grass and eat bugs and all the good stuff. So the eggs are wonderful. And I also buy these Great Value egg whites from Walmart. Now, you can buy the egg substitute that's yellow, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But I use the egg whites. They are very low in calories. 25 calories is equate to the amount of 1 egg, which equates to 3 tablespoons. Now, when I was putting the 3 tablespoons into this bowl, I got a little heavy-handed. So it's a little more than 25 calories, but a regular egg is around 60 calories for a medium large egg, something like that. So you're cutting your caloric intake and your carbs or whatever, everything, cholesterol, like in half, more than in half. And you've got enough here for a nice omelet. And I've got my chopped spinach here, which you can see. I've got the chopped spinach there. And so we are ready to build our omelet. So I've already got my oven turned on and my pan. I'm going to put my pan on here. I had it heating up before I started filming, but I took it off so I could talk to you. Now this is actually the turkey bacon. This is what it looks like. It's formed, it's pressed and formed, but it's turkey and it's white meat and dark meat. It's very good and it's very lean. You know, I go back and forth depending on what's on sale. You know, but the turkey bacon is good. So our pan should be heating up here. Now I've got a little bit of garlic chopped up here. I had a whole clove of garlic here. And I've chopped up about half of it. And I got 3 bulbs here, 3 little, well, I had a whole bulb, okay? I'm saying that backwards. I had a whole bulb and I chopped up like 3 cloves. So I'm going to put that into the pan. There, the pan is hot. And I'm going to take out a little bit of the onion. We're going to pop that in there. And you got to be careful. You know, you get too carried away and you get too heavy-handed, your omelet's huge and it ain't an omelet, which is typically where I land. So I call it an omelet, but, you know. So, so this is a little bit of green pepper. Probably, I don't know, less than 1/3 of a cup. I use a little more onion because I'm an onion fan. So we're going to move that out of the way. And we're going to put the mushrooms in. And I'm a mushroom fan, so there's a little more mushroom here than maybe you might use. You can leave it out. Put in whatever makes you happy in your omelet. But I'm pretty traditional in how I cook and eat and that kind of stuff. So this is what I typically do. Now I am going to let this cook for a couple of minutes and get that going. Now, while I do that, while that cooks for a couple minutes, I will come back and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're back. I had a little problem with the phone. I'm hoping that I can put the 2 videos together and we can finish this omelet. So I have the onions, peppers, and mushrooms. They look really good. They are all cooked down. And I have turned the oven or the stove down a little bit to accommodate the eggs. So we're gonna drop our eggs in. And I just do this. I mean, like I said, it looks like an omelet. I call it an omelet because it's got all the omelet-y stuff in it, but meh, you know, that's how we roll. So, and then I put the spinach on top. Now, the spinach, as I said, bulks it up. And spinach is super good for you. It's loaded with iron. You should really give it a try. Some of you are going, but you know, it's not like spinach in the can because it isn't that bitter. Sometimes spinach in the can gets bitter, and I understand that. But if you're going to be mindful of your health, you have to try, and you have to try to get used to new things. And I know it can be a bit of a challenge, but hey, what can we say? So now this is the bread that I typically eat. I mean, usually I get the Aunt Millie's light. This is a 40 calorie per slice bread. Now it's thinner. It's a little thinner, and you can see the slices are a little skinnier, but it's good. It's got good texture, and this one is the whole grain. I don't eat white bread. It doesn't have a lot of nutritional value. White bread typically has less nutritional value than whole wheat or cracked wheat or even potato bread. But potato bread's a little starchy, but it's fine. They do have a lower calorie version of white bread if that's your preference, and the potato bread. So you can do both. So the eggs are cooking in here. They're starting to come along. And I have the cheese here ready to go. So I am going to cook this a little more, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. The eggs are getting close. And another thing I forgot to mention is as you cook your spinach, it will begin to wilt. I don't know if you can see that. It is wilting, and it is cooking down a little bit, so it gets significantly smaller. So it may look like you're putting too much in, but you know, it may take a couple of omelets to get it right. And as a sidebar note, don't mind those dishes back there. You know, when you're a working girl and you're working 40 hours a week with long commutes, that don't always get done on time. But it's going to go in the dishwasher today. So, and this is kind of how I do it. It comes out like a skillet. And then we put some cheese on there. Just sprinkle it on. Turn the burner off. Don't need that anymore. I have an electric stove, so you can turn the burner off and it still cooks for a few seconds. We're going to put the lid on there. Let that cheese melt a little bit. We got our bacon on here, and I have 2 slices of toast in the toaster. I typically do not butter or put anything on my toast. I eat it dry, trying to stay away from the added caloric and carb content and stuff, you know, the butter and margarine offers. I know they make very low calorie versions out there, but I try to use real butter and stay away from things that have a lot of oil in them. So, oh, and as a sidebar note, this is my brand new apron. I made this a couple of weeks ago. This is from Reb Fab Stash. And Christy at Reb Fab Stash has a stash box. A monthly subscription. And she and I was getting her box for a little while because of things in the pandemic and, you know, all of that. I had to stop for a little while, but this was one of the projects in the box. So, thanks, Christy. Love it. So, this is my breakfast. Look at that. And it's beautiful. I mean, and this could feed 2 people. You know, you could potentially take a smaller portion and give this to 2 people, but hey, you know, it's Saturday. So I'm gonna put that on there. Now it looks like a lot more because I've got, you know, my onions, mushrooms. Let's see, we've got onions, mushrooms, green peppers, cheese, and spinach. Those are my 4 go-tos: onions, mushrooms, green pepper, spinach for my omelets. Doesn't that look delicious? And over here, I've got my bread. 2 slices of the 40-calorie bread, so this equates to 80 calories worth of bread. And so we are good to go. So I'm gonna give this a try. It is so good. I mean, I make it all the time on the weekends. I am so confident that I'm gonna love it. There's no doubt. Doesn't that look delicious? My family's kind of weird. We like ketchup on our eggs. But you can put ketchup on your eggs. Now I use a sugar-free, I'll show you that. It's a sugar-free, low-calorie ketchup. This particular one is from Heinz. So if you, now a thing to be mindful of is if you have diabetes or any condition, that means that you have to watch what you eat. Condiments, they're not your friend. Trust me, they are not your friend. Especially salad dressings. You really got to watch your salad dressings. Oh my goodness. And I buy sugar-free ketchup, sugar-free barbecue sauce, low-calorie mayonnaise. I buy a couple of very specific brands of salad dressing. I'll talk about those on another video when we make a salad. We'll go into that. But this breakfast is totally diabetic friendly. It's probably a little more. If you wanted to cut down on your calories more, you could go less. But I eat like one bigger meal a day, and then I will like eat a couple of smaller meals during the day. Like I'll have probably 2 slices of pizza and a salad tonight. But again, my pizza is also going to be lower calorie. I use light cheese. I make my own sauce, mostly vegetables. I'll probably put turkey bacon on it tonight because I don't use sausage. I don't use pepperoni unless it's turkey pepperoni. That's an option. And I keep the processed meats at bay because they are not your friend for the most part. So, okay. So that's a wrap. So I hope you enjoyed making breakfast with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.